Hey everyone, Tony George, Monday Update, DocSports.com. Been away from the free play videos a couple of days. I've been putting out some tweets and some free picks there. If you're not following me on Twitter, at TGeorgeSports is my Twitter handle. Come on. Anyway, been under the weather. Feeling a little better today. So we'll put out not one, not two. I'll give you 3 free plays in Major League Baseball. I'm taking a step back in baseball. We've hit a little bit of a slump here. And we're making some adjustments, taking a look at how we're doing things, reviewing everything, just taking a step back for a couple of days. Sometimes it's what you don't do that counts, my grandpa used to tell me. But nonetheless, we'll give out the 3 leans that I like today, and I'll give you 1 official free play in the Miami and Philadelphia game. We'll tell you what, the only thing I have out today is a 4-unit best bet in the Game 5 of the NBA Finals tonight. And we'll talk a little bit about a quick weekend recap and what's on deck for the U.S. Open this week and the PGA Tour, including a show tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But in these free picks here, 2 leans, just, me and you taking a piss over a fence post, having a cup of coffee on a Monday morning, playing Monday morning quarterback, sitting around the coffee shop. Hey, who do you like tonight? What? Well, I kind of like Atlanta minus 140. They're hot. Hello? And Padres and Cubs under 9. Just a couple. Cheers on those 2. Let's talk about Miami, Philadelphia, which ought to be, if you can watch this game night, you're going to see a pretty good ball game here. 2 really good starters going at it. Sandy Alcantara for Miami, who's just, 1.61 ERA on the year. He's got 2.80 ERA on the road. His whip, walks in his per innings, is under 1. I think it's and then Aaron Nola, his ERA isn't as good as Alcantara's at 3.50, but he's got a 0.88 whip. Total in this game, 7.5. And I tell you, Miami looks a little tasty here, on the money line, plus 120 and dropping. It was a lot higher than that. But, yeah. Philadelphia is a team, I think, that, they're 9-1 their last 10, and Miami 7-3. So you got 2 teams on the rise. I think both were undervalued. I think Philadelphia was massively undervalued early in the season, and up to this point, they're kind of playing to their potential. Their starting pitching's done really well. Their bullpen, not so well, which is part of the read into this game here. If I took a side in this game, I would only take Miami on the stretch. But the total is 7.5. Problem is with the total of 7.5 for the game, despite Philadelphia's recent successes, their bullpen's got last 5 games has got over 7 ERA. Now Miami's isn't stellar, but it's like a 4.30 ERA. So but I think early on in this game you're going to see a showcase of 2 really good pitchers that are in their groove, big time. Miami's a threat whenever Sandy's on the hill. They're a threat. I think this goes under 4 first 5 innings with these 2 starters. Miami's not, their hitting numbers aren't going to raise your eyebrows. You're going, how are they going 7-3? It's a combination of things, but it's not because of their offense. And I think they'll be held at bay with Nola, and I think that Alcantara will do his thing as well. So let's go under 4 first 5 innings, Miami, Philadelphia. This weekend, over at the website, we won NASCAR yesterday. Back-to-back weeks we cashed on. NASCAR's not going to run a race till the 26th this month in Monster Cup. So they're taking a week off. And that'll be in Nashville, which is going to be a tough one to call. But we got the win yesterday in Sonoma. WNBA will be back tomorrow. We had a 3-0 sweep. You follow me on Twitter. We had a biggest card of the year. 3 plays on it in one day, which for me, outside of football, is almost never happens. And we went 3-0. So we're 65% on the year in WNBA. Come on. That being said, this week you have the U.S. Open. in golf at Brookline, Massachusetts, place called the Country Club. Doug Upstone and I are going to do a video preview of this and give you some top 10s, top 20 type picks tomorrow and break it down for you for the U.S. Open. A real good indicator this weekend. Roy McIlroy won. The Canadian Open, he had to shoot like a 62 to do it. Wow. The final group, I think the highest score was 6 under for the day. There was the Canadian Open, which was a really good precursor for the U.S. Open. They had, other than the green, they had a lot of rain up there, kind of moisture. So the greens weren't super slick like they are at the U.S. Open, but they had U.S. Open rough there. And obviously staying in the fairway off the tee box in the U.S. Open is the number one priority. So we'll be talking about those guys with that driving accuracy, this, that, and the other, and who we think is going to contend in this. And yes, some of the guys that played in the LIV tournament over in London this weekend, but Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, obviously Mickelson, Lee Westwood, Louis Oosthuizen, which was a little bit of a surprise to me. A couple others. Charles Schwartzel won it. They went for the money. But those guys are eligible to play in the U.S. Open because it's not a PGA Tour sanctioned event, so to speak. It's a USGA governed body. So some of those players coming over will be in the mix. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow on Tuesday. Doc Sports, free $60. Have a great Monday.